What up, everyone? Sid Temangali here, the Reverend of the Revolution. Welcome to your Daily Revolution. Today's topic, Daddy, can we pay for their food, please? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Now, me and my boys, we love us some In-N-Out. If you haven't had an In-N-Out burger yet, you are missing out. It is the best burgers. I think it's one of the best burgers ever made, and their service, second to none. Best service in the world. All right, so how does this go down? Look, my boys and I will go swimming or go to the beach, and it is 100% guaranteed we're going to go eat at In-N-Out afterwards. So a month ago, we went to In-N-Out, and my sons we were in line, and there's usually like a 20-minute wait. And my sons were like, Daddy, there's this challenge. It's called Rachel's Challenge. I don't even know if that's true or not, but they talked about paying for someone's food. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, great. Like, so can you please pay for the car behind us, pay for their food? I'm like, sure, son. And like, maybe they'll pay for someone for the car behind them. Well, we paid for the food. That was a month ago. And we have not been to In-N-Out since. It's been a minute. We go back to In-N-Out last week, and same thing. We get in line, and my son says, Daddy, can we pay for their food? And I'm like, yeah, sure, son. And I'm like thinking, okay, maybe they'll forget because it's a long line. We get up there, and my son starts to say, Daddy, remember, pay for their food? I'm like, I got it. I go to give the guy my credit card, and he's like, Daddy, pay for their food? I was like, dude, I got it, son. It's my second son. So we pay for their food, and we leave, and my son, they're just so happy. Like, they're just genuinely happy about being able to pay for someone else's food. Now, why is this so important and empowering for me and for you? You see, when I start to see that my kids, my sons, have picked up some incredible things just from all the good people in the world, it puts a smile on my face, and it lets me know that whatever we're doing is working and that they're really good kids. They have good hearts. Isn't that amazing that they want to pay for someone else's food? My sons often will come up to me because we've trained them in this. We've, like, hey, look, there's adults in the home. You go offer them a drink. You come check in on us if we're talking at the table, just see if we need anything. When our babysitters come over, I'll tell them all the time, hey, the babysitters need to say, these are the best boys in the whole world. So our babysitters will say, man, your boys tried to make me food, and they asked if I was comfortable, and they kept checking on me. I'm like, well, that's what I'm training them to do. And I love it. I love that my sons wanted to feed other people. So what's the biggest lesson or the biggest insight for this? It's really simple for me. Your kids will become who you treat them to become. How you treat them to become, however you treat them. And I have been working on this since the day my kids were born. Teaching, training, quote, brainwashing my kids to believe that they are special people, that they are powerful, that they are leaders, that they are men of their word, and that they can be counted on. Every day when we get in the car to go to school, before my boys can listen to music, which they love to listen to music, and they get the phone, cue up to Spotify, they got to say what we call conscious self-creation. And that says, I'm a divine king full of love and light. I create my life. I'm 100% responsible. I'm 100% committed. And it's this 3-minute, just this mantra, or some would call it an affirmation. I call it conscious self-creation. You're creating yourself to be a certain way using your language and really declaring the intention of who you are. And one of the phrases in there says, I make a difference for people. And I see that happen. Like, my sons are making a difference for people. All the teachers of my sons, they all said the same thing. Like, your sons are the sweetest boys. They're such a gift. I love them. I'm like, oh, man, making this big old Polynesian man cry. So what does this have to do with you? Look, as a parent, it is not too late to go back and to start teaching and training and creating your children. It's not too late. Whether they're 11, 5, 2, you as a parent are so inspirational and impactful for good or for bad, for positive or for negative, for empowering or disempowering your children. There's a quote that I saw on Instagram from a good friend of mine, and she said, this quote said that your voice as a parent will be the inner voice that your children have. How amazing is that? Like, how incredible is that? That right now my kids, they literally want to go pay for other people's food, and they're becoming who I've been training them to become. Now, I'm not going to take all the credit for this because it truly does take a village. We live in the most amazing city, the most amazing. Look, if I love where we live, it is like the Garden of Eden. It's incredible. And I call it my ward, right? My church family, our community family, the sports families, the kids that are families that our kids play sports with, like, they're amazing people where we live. Like, amazing. So it takes a village. And to my beautiful wife, my goddess, thank you for being such an incredible mother to our boys. My wife is like mother of the year. She's amazing. And I am just so, like, I love it. I love how amazing she is with my boys. So yeah, what's the lesson here? You can go create your children to be a certain way. And I invite you as a parent, parent to parent, father to father, or father to mother, go create your children to be powerful, to be contributors, to be men and or women built to contribute, built to build others, built to make a difference. Go do that. It'll make such a difference in your world. I have no doubt that the voices in our children's head are the voices that we have spoken to them. And if we have yelled at them, and if we have put them down, if we've just only gotten on them without showing love, we really do our children a disservice. I'm so proud of my sons. I love being a daddy. I love being a 5-star daddy. I love spending time with them. And wherever you are in your journey with your children, it is not too late to go create them to be a certain way, to create them to be powerful, create them to be giving and loving and forgiving and kind and bold. And you do that through the way that you talk to your children. You do that by being clear and having real intention. You do that by making a commitment that you're going to go do something about all this violence in the world. See, I truly believe that if fathers rise up and raise their children, look, children are still going to make their own decisions, but man, we give our children the greatest chances and opportunities for success when we create them a certain way, when we're clear and committed. That's all I got for you guys today. And if you ever happen to be behind us, just know this: you might have an opportunity to have your food paid for by my kids. I'm out. For more info on joining the revolution and living your greatest life of prosperity today, go to www.yourdailyrevolution.com and join us in waking up, turning your brain on, and prospering today.